Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Today is July 27th, 2026. Oh my goodness, where has the time gone? It just flew right by. Oh, so we are using the product of the week is a Violet Dream Suite. But before we do that, I'm just going to show you the cards that we made at card class this weekend. This just past weekend. I'm missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There should be 6. We did 6 cards. I'm just gonna see 1, 2, 3. There we go. Yeah, so we did 6 cards this weekend using the Waterside Designer Series paper and some embellishments on that. So I'll just show you what we did. We're going to do a few cards this week using the Violet Dream Suite. So I'm hoping that you'll join us and like the card. And I'm just going to let you know right now, the boys are wild today. Just saying. They just totally destroyed upstairs before coming downstairs. And it was not pretty. No. So, we did this the embellishments are the Sincerely Noted Mix and Match Euphoria pack. And we used the Waterside Designer Series paper and then some cardstock to go with that. When you come to my classes, I do not cut your Designer Series paper. You cut it. Anything that needs to be cut ahead of time, I do. So on this one here, it was the little flowers. And I'm just going to show you, yeah, so this is the card because we're missing a piece, or a piece had dropped. So, everything. So they get their Designer Series paper in a package like this. I didn't cut this down because we needed to use the these guys in the card, so I didn't cut it down. So I left the paper in full sheets, so they each got half a package each, and I labeled it and said the colors and the number and the dollar value, and they got to go home with that too. They also got a little bag with their product came in. Just show you that. So everybody got a little bag like this, and this is what I put the cards in. So they got half a package of Designer Series paper. They each got half a package of the anchor embellishments from the catalog, and everything was put into here. And there's a little tag, and it had not a tag, a keychain that was a water that looked like water. It had anchor and stuff on it, and I don't have any left. I don't think I have any left. I'll just check to see what we got in the treasure box. Oh, look at this. I'll just show you what they got. Yeah, so it was a fun class. And then, of course, I always have treats at the end of it. So they got half a package of the Designer Series paper. They got half a package of the Sincerely Noted Mix and Match. They got a quarter of a package of the loose anchors. We didn't use these at all, but they went with it. And then they also got with the little bag. I attached one of these to it. So it comes with a sailboat, a lighthouse, and a wheel, and I attached it like that. And that was their thank you gift for coming to the class. And we will show you the cards that we made. Like I said, everybody has to cut their own Designer Series paper. I don't do that, but I did cut the flowers out on that, and I did tie the bows for them. So there's card number 1. And then we did this one here. I think this one must be my favorite, and I don't know if it's a color combination, how well the seagulls and the basic beige and very vanilla go, and then we have some some of the blue. I don't think, and that was another card. This one, this is one of my favorites too. It opens like that. And then we did this one. This is like a book card, so that opens, and then we have that inside. And then we did this one. I like this one too. It was really simple to make, because all we had to do is cut out the design and then cut it down to fit. And then I like this one too. Same thing. We used the designs from the. Then we finished off the inside. So those are the cards that we did. Classes started at 10 o'clock and ran until about 11:30, quarter to 12. And then we stopped and had snacks and talked, which was really nice. And then I think everybody left around 1 o'clock. So a little bit longer than normal, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. So we're just going to just show you what comes in the suite of the Violet Dreams. So you have your stamp set. Fonts are gorgeous. You got your flowers and a stamp set to go with that. And then you also have your dies. And what I love about this is that you can definitely use the scallop dies like this later on. Look at these flowers and the leaves. Beautiful. But today we're not going to do that. Today we're going to do what's called a shadow blocking card. We're going to use, and I'm going to use some of these. These are just gorgeous. These will make beautiful earrings also. Aren't those just beautiful? Yeah, see, somebody's looking for trouble. Oh, there he goes. Oh, there you go. You should have heard them. Like, my upstairs they've moved everything upstairs. They have a round scratching post that they use and has a little ball in it, and I think that's down the hall now instead of being in the living room. So there's the embellishments, and they're just gorgeous. And they don't think they have the colors on the back side, but I'm thinking, well, obviously white and probably bubble bath and I can say Highland Heather as a color. And they have this gorgeous ribbon, which is fresh fuchsia. Oh, maybe it's fresh fuchsia. And it's nice satin ribbon. And we'll use these guys later on. We will use I'm going to use these embellishments for the next card. And here's the designer series paper. Just gorgeous. So I picked this one out to do the shadow blocking with. And here it is right here. It is a little bit time consuming, just letting you know ahead of time, due to the fact that we gotta cut and cut and cut. So I'm going to cut a piece down that's 4 inches wide or long and 3 inches wide. And yeah. Okay. And now I'm going to cut my blocking piece down. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut it 4 by 3. So I'm just going to cut it 4 by 3. Now, when you're doing this, I would strongly suggest you keep everything, your designer series paper, everything in order. I'm just going to see if I can find my, I guess I'll just use this. Oh, here it is, right here. This is what I was looking for. My silicone mat. I'm going to put everything on there. And I'm using just my little trimmer that we got a few years ago. When you signed up, you got this as a little bonus. So I'm cutting these down to 1 inch by 1 inch. And you're going to have 12 of them when you're done. Like I said, it is time consuming. When I first did it, I had a hard time with it. But the more I did, the more easier it got. I'm hoping I'm making it look easy, and I'm hoping my instructions makes it easier for you. And we did this at Card Club, but we used a different piece of designer series paper. And it turned out really nice. And that card club too, the same thing. They, instead of getting half a package of paper, they get a quarter package of designer series paper. Okay, now this is the important part. Keep these in order. I'm going to keep my, try and keep the pattern of the designer series paper. And then I'm going to cut this down to 1-inch squares. And what I found the best thing when putting this card together, as long as the shadow, you basically follow the shadow. If the images aren't straight, that's okay, because your eye's going to be drawn to the actual shadow part of the card. And you can make these bigger. I've seen them bigger. I've seen one that was done with 1 1/4 inch flowers or squares. You can probably do 2-inch, but I opt in for the 1-inch. Like I says, try and keep these in order. Oops, and keep them straight when you're cutting them also. Okay, so we've cut all that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to place the designer series paper on to the little squares. And what I do is I just put a little bit of glue onto the square, and then I'm going to take the designer series paper and add that. And you can make the shadow as big or as small as you wish. I would keep it to the smaller side, because when we go to put them on the card base, it's going to, I think, look a little, oh dear, a little bit better. I don't know if you guys just seen that, but anyway, I'm trying, like I said, try and keep them, the shadow, as even as possible. Sometimes it's tough to do, but that's okay. Like I says, what draws the eye is the shadow. I haven't attempted to do a bigger size yet. Of course, there's all kinds of math involved in this, and this isn't straight already. You could see that one. There we go. Like I said, it is time consuming to do this. And of course, I didn't do any ahead of time to save on the time. So my apologies for making you watch me put all these together. But like I said, I put the glue onto the shadow piece first. And then to tear the designer series paper onto that. But it was fun to do. I did it using the I used dimensionals on one too, but I might emboss this. I don't know. I'll have to see. And when you add the dimensionals onto it, it gives it that much more depth also, because it makes it really look like a shadow. Now you can mix and match the patterns. It's entirely up to you. And that's gone the wrong way. Like, yeah, you can mix them up. Like, you can have two or three different patterns if you wish. But I like showing an actual scene, I guess. So do y'all have a wonderful weekend? Oh my goodness, it was hot here. Oh boy. We got another heat warning happening. And like, I'm out watering my plants twice a day because it gets so hot. I just feel for people that don't have air conditioning. Just sad day. But some people like have fans and stuff like that. We're lucky our basement is really, really cool. When I have a class, I have to turn the heater on because some of the girls get quite chilly. Okay, so we've done that. We adhered all the squares onto the squares. Now we're going to add them on to debating whether or not to put it onto basic white or putting it on to fresh fuchsia. I'm just going to cut this down first and have a look-see. See how it turns out. Better put this back into place there. I'm just going to cut this down to 5 1/4 by 4. And this one here, 5 1/4 by 4. So I'm just going to test this to see which colors work the best. And I'm just going to add. Oh, that kind of looks nice, doesn't it? And, ooh, which color? Basic white or fresh fuchsia? You guys let me know in the comments and we'll go from there. Oops, something happened there. And then while I'm waiting for you guys to vote, oh my goodness, what's going on? I'm just going to show you the cards that we did at Card Club. So this is the one. And this is number 2. And then we did this one here. But you can see how we did the blocking on that one. And that's that. And that. So like I says, they all cut their own designer series paper. I just walked them through it. And they got a quarter package of designer series paper. And then they got... Okay, so... Okay, so I don't see anybody voting quite yet, so I'm just going to go ahead. And I think I'm going to go with the fresh fuchsia. Put that one to the side, and that one. And we will bring this in. And what I like to do is I like to dry fit everything first. So by dry fitting, I mean is that we're just going to put everything into place. Just like that. And then before we start gluing, we will make sure that everything's going to fit. And I put that one on wrong, but nobody's going to know. This one's not straight. But nobody's going to know. And so there we have it. So it's all sitting on there. Now, like I says, you can use dimensionals, or you can use liquid glue. I'm going to use liquid glue because you are going to go through lots of dimensionals, because you're going to basically put 2 dimensionals on each of the squares. So I'm going to just start at the top and add that on there like that. And then I'm going to go to this guy. Now you can do it any which way you wish. You can go across, you can go down. It's all entirely up to you. But this is a fun technique to do. It is time consuming because you need to cut everything up. So if you plan on doing more than one card, I would do them all. Do all the squares at the same time, but just remember to keep everything in order. Otherwise, and that's what happened to me the first time I did it, I was just cutting away, not even thinking, and bam, I had all these, I had to put them all in basically the same order. And it was not pretty. I got frustrated. Okay, so now we'll just and like I said, you're lining up the shadow, not the flowers. You're lining up the shadow part of it all the way down and all the way across. You don't need to match the flowers up or your design up. Just want to make sure they're nice and straight and the same distance apart. But it's a fun technique to do. It's different. And hopefully your recipient will appreciate all the work that you put into it. But like I said, we did it for card club, and this was the one that was we did this one first because it is time consuming. The rest of them, I just told them how to cut the designer series paper. Okay, so now I am going to bring in the ribbon also. I'm going to just tie it on the bottom part here. I'm going to cheat. I'm only going to bring this around. Oh, this one's not straight. And then, there we go. Bring this around. Oh, so pretty. Nice colors. Okay, I'm going to bring in my two-way tape. Where it was. Must be on the table. Yep. And just going to oops, there we go. Get started. And bring it around like that. Oh. There we have it. And now we're going to tear it onto the card base, just like that. You can't really see that's okay. This isn't straight. The ribbon isn't straight. There we go. Bring in some dimensionals. And I like to add a dimension onto the ribbon so it doesn't move later on. I think I got too many. Oh well. Okay, so we'll just take the backings off. So you guys crafting today? Or you plan on doing something else? I'm going to just stay down here and play with some new stuff that I got. My, oh, there it goes. My pre-order won't be in until later this week, and that's not straight. Well, we're just going to keep it that way. And then I'm just going to just take a ribbon, piece of ribbon, and I'm going to just run it under here. This is, I guess, cheating on doing this way, but it works, right? Now, I could just leave it like that, or I could actually make a bow. Just like that. And then I'm going to just make the loops just a little bit tinier. And then we'll just pull them tight. And then I'm just going to just leave the tails for now. And now we need a sentiment, right? So I'm going to grab, yeah, we can do that one. And I'm going to grab some gorgeous grape ink. And let's see what we can use for the sentiment. I like that. I appreciate you. So let's just open this one up. And yep, so that's gonna fit on there, no problem. So I see some coloring coming. I see some coloring coming. Grab a block. Oh, there they go. I don't know. The weather must be changing or something, but they've been wild today. Well, they're wild most of the time. I'm just going to ink this up with Highland Heather. And I'm going to just stamp it in the center. Oh, that's not straight. Okay. One thing about paper, you got two sides, right? There we go. I'm just going to just give this a close. I'm going to bring in my mini trimmer. I'm just going to trim this down just a wee bit. And I'm going to take some off this end. Because we're going to add that. Now, because this isn't tied right onto the ribbon, we can move it over a bit. So I just moved it over a bit so it's not off the edge. And I'm going to add some dimension. Excuse me. Dimensionals onto the back side. This, oops, add this right like that. And now I'm going to bring in these gorgeous flowers. Oops. And I have some already open, so I just might use these guys. And I'll put 3 on, I'll put 1 of each color on. See how they turn out. And I'm going to put this one right here because it looks so pretty. Oh, those are so pretty. And then this one here, I'll add right there like that. And then the white one, we will, I don't even think they need 3. I think we could have got away with just, there we go. And there we have it. Card number 1, using the shadow blocking technique. I just love, you know, I must confess, purple is one of my favorite colors. So I'm just loving this designer series paper. So I'm thinking that's it for today. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'll post this over on my Facebook page later this week. And I'll have the dimensions and everything for you. So they're basically just 1-inch squares. So I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Greatly appreciate it. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. If not, I shall see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Bye.